Hey everyone, I wanted to give you my final review and my update now that I have officially completed 21 days of our new program, Beachbody Yoga, which is called the 3-week yoga retreat that's available exclusively through Beachbody On Demand, which is one of our newest features, which allows you to have access to any of your programs that you purchase if you're a Beachbody On Demand member, and also access to our whole digital library with well-known products like P90X and P90X2, 10-minute trainer, and many other workouts, over I think almost $4,000 worth of workouts. Plus we have a reality show on there and a cooking show. So I was super excited to dedicate myself fully to sticking to Beachbody On Demand programs. Everything's going digital. I am used to DVDs, so this was new to me, but it was actually really convenient to just open up my laptop or open up my iPad or phone and start the workout right away, not having to wait for discs to load or anything like that. So I finished that as well as the Ultimate Reset. I've already done the Ultimate Reset 3 previous times, but it had been since October of 2013 since I finished it. The reason why I decided to do this is a combination of things. I have been very consistent since mid-September of last year. I completed program after program with very little break, got amazing results. And then in June, I kind of fell into a slump emotionally. And if any of you know me or followed my journey, then you know that I have struggled with depression and a lot of things that have been a byproduct of my adoption. And I had started my search for my biological family, and then it was summertime, my kids were home, we were traveling a lot and really making memories, and I allowed myself to get off track. I was not missing any workouts, but my diet, I was not committed as I had been. And so I'd fallen off of track, and I really realized that since I had decided to go 100% sober in October of last year, that instead I was really noticing emotional eating taking place. So I knew that I needed to do something to get this under control. I knew that we are traveling in July and August, so something like a 21-day intense nutritional focused program would not be in my, I would not have great odds of success. So I decided to set a date for September, once the kids were back in school, once I was back on track, into a routine. And then we found out that 3-week yoga retreat was releasing. And the problem for me in the past is I used to dislike exercise. And it was because I never was athletic. I never had any experience, exercising consistently. And so when I did the Ultimate Reset in July and October of 2012 and then October of 2013, I didn't work out because they do caution you that you don't want to do workouts while you're doing Ultimate Reset, because your body's already getting at a huge internal workout. And if you're new to the program, the time that you're taking to spend learning the new recipes and getting into a new routine would be that you were working out. So I never worked out. And for me, it was kind of like a free pass, because I'm like, I didn't like to work out. The problem was, it was so hard for me to get motivated again and start all over again with exercise. So when I found out that this new 3-week yoga program was releasing at the same time that I was going to be doing Ultimate Reset, I thought, great. So I decided to pair the two together, because it is they do say that if you are doing Ultimate Reset, you can do restorative yoga or you can do some light walking. And even though the Ultimate Reset diet was not designed to go with the 3-week yoga retreat, and the 3-week yoga retreat does not have a meal plan yet, these two seem to be able to, be put together and function well. So I decided to pick a date, and the greatest thing is I had a few people who joined me. One was Brandon, who had just had surgery on September 2nd, so we all got started on September 12th together, and we all had different reasons why we were doing this. I just needed to get my eating back on track. I needed to strengthen my willpower, because my willpower had went out the window over the summer. I allowed myself to become lax in my goals. So this was the greatest test for me. And so many people out there say they don't have motivation, they don't have willpower, but really you do. It may be weak now, but you can at any point strengthen it. And whenever you stop testing yourself and you stop exercising that, willpower muscle, it will get weak, just like physically with your muscles and your endurance. So anyways, I wanted to just share my results now that I'm done. I've posted my results yesterday about that. You can see my flexibility from day 1 to day 21 from the 3-week yoga retreat. Today, I shared my results from Ultimate Reset. I lost 10.4 pounds and 15 and a half inches. 4 inches were off my waist and 3 inches were off my hips. That's amazing. And the thing is, I did it the right way. I was working out, not doing anything too intense. I was eating correctly. I was eating on the right schedule. I was eating the right amounts of food and getting the right nutrients. And most of all, I was just getting back into a pattern. And these two together, just in the first week, I instantly started to feel better. I've done different rounds before, and I thought this one would be a little more brutal since it had been 3 years since I had done it last. But this time was a lot easier. I had a lot of support too, because other people started about a week after me, so we were definitely keeping each other accountable, supporting one another. And in any change you have in life, support and accountability are huge if you want to succeed at achieving whatever your goal is. Ultimate Reset was something that a lot of people have told me over the years that they couldn't do it. I will tell you, from the time I did it in 2012 to 2013 and now, is that the program guide has become a lot more user friendly. So I wanted to kind of share with you a few things about Ultimate Reset and also about 3-week yoga retreat, because a lot of people will say that they can't do something, they're not interested, it's going to be too hard, and they don't really know all the facts. So when you get Ultimate Reset, it comes in different combo packs, so you can comment below or message me or talk to a coach that you may know to see what your options are. But the base kit is going to come with all of your supplements. It comes with this guidebook. I highly recommend to everybody that you don't just order this and then say it shows up on Friday and you plan on starting on Monday. I really suggest that you set a date and order your kit at least 2 weeks beforehand. That way you have time to read the book front and back, because it's going to seem overwhelming. And with any type of change, any new pattern, it is overwhelming. But I will tell you, it gets easier, especially if you've done other rounds. And also, they really lay it out for you. In every book, in every section is chunked off to week 1, week 2, week 3. They talk about the supplements that you take. They talk about the benefits of why you take them. There's also this page, let's see, for anyone who's going to be doing it, is on page 73, they have a whole list of snacks that you can eat during the first week. And then on page 74 and 75, they have the snacks that you can eat on week 2 and 3. And then for the people who are always on the go, and they have a hard time, I highly recommend that when you're doing this the first time that you eat all of the foods there, because you will be surprised at how your taste changes and the things that you might look at first and say, oh, it doesn't sound good. When you actually try it, you like it. But if you also know that there's something that you're allergic to, or something like that, you have options. If you're somebody like me, I don't mind eating the same thing over and over and over again. Since this is my 4th round, I already knew what I liked and what I didn't like. And there was times that it was a lot more convenient to eat the same thing over and over again. But it shows you here, reset in a crunch. So this is, if you like, the end of week 3, I ran out of some foods, so I had no choice but to stick with the options in this category for week 3. So if you don't like something, or you're allergic to something, or you're in a pinch, you can do the reset in a crunch. So there are options. You're not tied to this. And the greatest thing is it comes with a little schedule guide, which is like a mini version of what they put in before week 1, 2, and 3, which tell you how to take the supplements. So you can carry this and know exactly the timetable on week 1, 2, and 3 of when you need to take your supplements. And for so many people, this is really important because they don't have an eating pattern established. They go long periods without eating. They're not getting enough water. This really focuses on clean foods, eliminating any processed foods, any sugar, and making sure that you're staying hydrated and really being in tune with the difference between being actually hungry and feeling like you need to eat at a certain time. And so many people are, find themselves eating when they're sorry about that. They're not really hungry, but they are actually just dehydrated. So you learn so much about your own patterns, your own behaviors, and your body. And so if you too are, using these supplements and on the go, you don't want to have to take the little bottles everywhere you go. The great thing is they give you this little, they call it a reset caddy. So there was a couple times that I was on the road or going into town for the afternoon or in the evening and wanted to take my supplements, because you would take your supplements a half an hour before every meal or your snack, depending on what it is. But you can carry this with you and you are totally prepared. With this program, preparation is key. So what I'm saying is you want to make sure that you get your kit at least a week or two before you start. That way you can do your grocery shopping, you know what it is. And for so many people who don't know what to eat and need to be told what to eat and when to eat, this is ideal. You don't even have to think about it. It's right here in front of you. And what I'll tell you is the recipes that I learned that are still in this book, almost 4 years ago, I still eat to this day. And so it literally changed my eating habits from just eating healthier to eating clean. And it is a huge, test of willpower, and it is a huge change. But how you feel, you're going to have less brain fog, less bloating. You're going to see what foods your body really responds to well. Your quality of sleep is going to be great. I have been sleeping marvelously. Like when I sleep, I go to sleep. When I wake up rested. I've been waking up earlier every day, and in a pattern. I'm no longer groggy. I'm not bloated. It's amazing how just 21 days of eating can change so many things. And on top of that, doing the 3-week yoga retreat, the workouts were anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. And what is great is so many people tell me, oh, I can't do yoga because I'm not flexible. If you're not flexible, that's exactly why you need to do it. It's also like many of our programs that are, 8 weeks or 90 days long. It builds you up week to week so that you're not just thrown into a super intense workout and expected to do what a professional or an expert yoga instructor or fitness instructor is doing. You're going to work at your own level. All of our programs always have different modifiers. The same thing with yoga. There's 3 yoga instructors. Each week, the main master instructor is different, but it's the same 3 people. And they go through, and all of them are demonstrating different levels of that move. And they go through and teach you the move simply. They remind you all the time that you don't have to keep up with them, just to do your best. And I saw progression. If you see my day 1 pictures of the yoga poses I'm doing to the end of week 3, it is amazing how my flexibility completely changed. And on top of it, I didn't lose any muscle mass. In fact, anything, my arms are more defined. My core is more defined. And so many people really look at yoga as that it's not a good workout. You're not going to get an adequate workout. And you can. It is a total body workout. And for me, I have ADD. I have always a million things running through my mind, a million things that I think I need to do or actually need to do. And I did love the one thing about yoga is it forced me to sit still. It forced me to focus on my breathing. It forced me to relax. And even if it's only 30 minutes out of the day that you're forced to do that, that's exactly what we need, because this world moves so fast. We are overwhelmed and bombarded by technology, by constant distractions and just things that, all these elements that keep our brains just going. And we, it's so common to not breathe correctly, and that sounds so silly, but that has a lot to do with people's energy, the way they're able to focus. And so it really, between Ultimate Reset and 3-week yoga retreat, it got me to be more mindful about everything that I do, down to my eating habits, my sleeping habits, my how much water I was drinking, to how I was breathing. So I hope that this has kind of helped give you a little bit more information about the 2 programs. I'd love for you to join my 21-day prep for Thanksgiving. This is an ideal combo, or doing one or the other, that you could start along with me and my group on November 1st and end right before Thanksgiving, so that you've gotten yourself into habit, you're feeling great, and you're actually going to start the holiday season instead of going into it thinking, oh, I'm going to inevitably gain that 10 pounds and then I'll start the first of the year. I want to help reverse that mentality that the holidays aren't about rewarding yourself with food. You're not a dog, you don't reward yourself with food. We are going to teach you about making better choices. It doesn't mean eating perfect 100% of the time, but learning to understand your needs, your habits, and changing that so that you have a healthier lifestyle. Because I don't know anybody who's gorged themselves at Thanksgiving, Easter, Christmas, and ever felt great about it afterwards. If anything, they're complaining about how miserable they are and why did I do this to myself, and look how I feel, look how much weight I've gained, look at the health issues that I have over time. And so I want to help reverse that and let you know that you can eat foods that are not only nutritious and healthy but flavorful, and will help you reach your health goals, weight loss goals, and overall make you feel more confident as a person. So if you have any questions, let me know. I would love to have you be one of the 5 that I'm selecting to work with starting on November 1st. It's a Tuesday, but I truly feel that everybody thinks things should start on a Monday, and really Monday is the craziest week for so many people. I think Tuesday is the perfect day to get started. So let me know if you have any questions or if you'd like to be one of my 5.